Hey YouTube, it's your girl Aaliyah. Today's video is actually about what we spoke about in my previous video with trust issues, but it's more so what you guys know. I was going to explain my ex from high school. Okay, so I don't remember exactly everything, but I do remember some things. And some of those things were definitely manipulation. Just I don't know, it's weird. It's hard to explain, but like messing with my mind just to test and see how I would react to a certain way. So basically trying to get a reaction out of me in a sense, which I could never understand at that age when the individual was doing that to me. Also, back to the lying to me right in my face. They could have a straight face like how I'm talking to you guys right now, like this, like I said in the previous video, and be lying or something. They put me through a lot. I was on and off with them for about 2 years. And I'm not going to say their name because, it's the past, but still. They told me this. They said, you're never going to find nobody like me. When you're a teenager, you're like, I don't want to say like blind more than naive. You really believe that because, this is 18 or 17, 18, right before you're about to leave the college. So you think it's like, oh, I don't know, like a fairy tale or something, like it's set stone or whatever. But it was weird. I had one example where we was getting ready to leave for college and he gave a BS excuse. And then when we got to college, after we broke up, by the way, I was like sad the whole summer. And it was bad. Even going into school. But when I got into the university, I met these awesome people that helped me like cope and get through it. These awesome girlfriends that I had at the time. But sure enough, I guess he realized it wasn't greener on the other side or whatever. Then he tried to come back and, like I said, being young, I thought, oh, maybe he really changed. So guys, maybe put this in the comments below. Do you think somebody can really change? I don't know. I never thought about that. But I thought at that age, by this time I was almost 19, that he could have changed. So I want to try it again, but it seemed like he did in the beginning a little bit, but then he got right back to them playing games, and ladies, or maybe even fellas, you know what I'm talking about with this playing games. It's like manipulating you in a way where, if you know how like they say open up to your partner, tell your partner some things, where they start to use those things against you. Like if they know, let's just say for an example, because I did see this in a movie, the guy knew that the lady, her mom, like walked out her life or whatever. So he tried to make her choose between her mom and him because he was being selfish, and I guess he needed her at that time. And she said, well, I want to meet my mom and don't do this to me. So then he goes, it's either me or your mom or I'm not doing this no more. That kind of stuff. Like, he used to do that kind of stuff as well. That's what I'm saying. And I just think nobody deserves none of that. Any of it. No lies, no games, no mind games. And I could tell you guys actually an example on what happened to me. So I think it was like Valentine's Day or a day after Valentine's Day or something. I was like 17, about to be 18 or something. And this is like when we first started dating. I don't remember. But I do remember him saying something like, oh, I'm breaking up with you. Something weird on Valentine's Day. And so, I'm a woman. I'm a lady. I'm emotional. So yes, I cried. Not even the fact that it's the holiday, but like it was random. And maybe it was the holiday too. Yes, Valentine's Day. So I was like, okay, what did I do? I was confused, y'all. Then he comes back. This is the effed up part where I probably should have picked up on. But you know, like I said, being young, you don't see it. He's like, oh, never mind. I just wanted to see your reaction. Yeah. I try not to go too deep because I really don't want to remember everything. I'm just telling you guys what I can still try to remember, because I'm going to tell you what I did. I wrote everything out that he ever did and all the ways he manipulated me and hurt me and burned it. I wrote it out, y'all, and then burned it. So that way I can write it all out, let it all out, and then get rid of it. And it's out of my mind, out of sight, out of mind, out of trace. That's it. So yeah, it just took a toll on me. I guess you could say it was like my very first heartbreak. Yeah, it was 19, 18. It was really when we first broke up. When I was 18, that was the real bad one. That was rough on me. It was like really hard with that. But the second time around, I actually ended it because I realized that he wasn't going to change, and I got tired of it by that time. And by that time, I've adjusted to it, and I knew what I deserved. That's when oh no, he was in trouble, because that's when I discovered myself, throughout our teenage years. Sometimes people in their 20s too. Well, I feel as though it's like this. You discover who you truly are in your teens, as far as your personality. And then in college, you never really stop learning who you are, but now you have a deeper grain of who you are. You feel me? As far as where you're going in life too. But just from this little mark, from being 18 and moving on, that's when I said he was in trouble, because then I really realized who I was, and that I didn't deserve that. No one deserves to cry all the time. No one deserves to be unhappy all the time. And there should be no relationship without trust, because if you don't have that, then... So I guess that young relationship actually taught me a lot about myself and about what I don't deserve. That's all I can remember, y'all. He was the one I went to prom with. Yeah. I guess overall, to be honest too, like, some nights I would sit and think, do I really want to be with him the rest of my life? And I'd be like, that's when I noticed I was starting to come out more, like, of my, wherever I was at, my shy or self or whatever. Because I was like, no, I don't want that. I don't deserve that. And I'm a daddy's girl, so I know what I deserve. Anyway, I'm just saying, even if I wasn't a daddy's girl, being raised right and seeing that a man does have a potential to treat a woman right, I know what I deserve. So yeah, that's another thing I remember now. Some of his friends were really bad influencers. I'm sure some people can relate to this sometimes. Well, back then anyway. They have this friend who want to go do this, and they want to go follow their friend instead of using the mind of their own. So yeah, I would say he had some toxic friends as well that didn't help our situation. I would say he took me for granted a lot and really broke me as a person. But that's okay, because it made me stronger. I wish I could tell y'all more. I love you guys for watching. And the next video, I'm thinking maybe we could do question and answer. Like, you guys send me questions and I can answer them. That may be my next video. Okay, guys, like I said, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And I'm working on my intro, by the way, for my YouTube channel when you click on my videos. Okay, guys.